Hey, what's up guys? Ahmed here, A to Z Auto Masters, and today we got this 2011 Honda Pilot, and we'll show you how to do an alternator, how to replace an alternator on this car. The car came in with the battery light on. We did an alternator test, and it was about 11 volt, which is absolutely no good. Anything over 13, between 13 and 14 volt is good. So we're doing the alternator on this car. Please, if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching. Okay guys, so first thing first, we just unplug this battery terminal and make sure we have no power going to the car. Okay guys, so alternator is located just right here. So we're gonna have to take power steering reservoir tank and the coolant reservoir tank out and remove the bracket that holds them in place. We have also to take this out of the way. So you just slide the power steering reservoir out, and same thing with the coolant. It's a channel, you just slide it out. You can set this aside for now. And you have this bracket held in by two 10mm bolts. Two. And right there, the bracket is out. And that will give you a lot of space here to work. Okay guys, so we just gonna take engine cover out of the way, get this reservoir also just a little bit away here so we can work. Right here you have this 10mm bolt holding this wiring harness to the alternator. And this alternator wire. Just gonna take the boot off and just unplug the power cable from the alternator. And now you'll have the back plug of the alternator and the AC compressor wire. I would probably just take this ignition coil out of the way because it's digging into my hand. So I'm just gonna take the ignition coil off so I can fit my hand. For somebody else, maybe with the smaller hands, they might be able to just fit their hand in there. It's digging into my hand. That will give you some space. Here. Yeah, that was a lot easier with the ignition coil out of the way, for sure. Here's the plug. Here's the alternator plug. And here's the power. Now you have a straight shot on the alternator, and then we have to take the belt off. Okay guys, so we have the car up in the air now. We have to take the belt off. So socket 19, and there's the tensioner. Those are hydraulic tensioner. They're very, very strong. So just be patient, push down very slow on them and they will release. But take your time, don't try to force it quick because it's gonna break. Right there. Slip the belt off. Okay guys, so here's the harness out of the way. The belt, just slip it off the alternator. And that's it. We have to take the alternator bolts out. You have one holds this bracket in place in here on this side, and you have one at the bottom. this bolt. Okay guys, so we got this bolt out, the bottom bolt out. Just wiggle it back and forth. Okay. Right there. Alternator is now completely loose. It's tight, but it's coming out. Right there. Putting it back in gonna be a lot of fun. Okay guys, so we got this old alternator out. This bracket you're gonna have to reuse. So now it's time to put this alternator back. You can just take this reservoir out of the way completely if you want. You're gonna drain the fluid. You have to refill it, so we're just doing it without taking this reservoir out. And again, we lift this bracket loose so you can line it up right. It's in place. Now line up the bolts and put the bolts back. You put the bolt first. Now you can lighten up the top one. Okay guys, so we put the bottom bolt up. Now we have this bracket. Again, we lift it loose so it lines up. Okay, so we got all bolts in, but it's completely loose. Now we can tighten everything up. Okay guys, so we got the alternator in place. All three bolts are tight. The two alternator bolts and the bracket bolt. Now it's time to fit this harness back in place. So, got the power cable. Okay guys, so we're just gonna put the ignition coil back. We're gonna put the bolt that holds this back, throw the belt back in place, and we'll be ready to start. Okay guys, so the job is done. We have the car running. We're just gonna verify that the alternator is working right. So we're just with a multimeter, and we have the load on, have the AC, rear defroster, wiper blades, high beam, basically put everything on in the car. And perfect. It's 14.3 volts with everything running in the car. That's great. So, job's done. If you like this video, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next one.